whatever high.
I heard like Skyrim on the Switch is literally just a port of the original version
It's
rather
not
than the
a
remake.
port of the original. That's just a bunch of assholes doing the same shit they do with every time a Nintendo console releases.
It's still
Everyone always talks them down every time they release a new console. Yes, it's not a powerhouse. That's not Nintendo's goal, and it never has been.
Yeah,
Nintendo's goal is fun, I'll admit that.
I never
If their
understood
goal was
that.
power, bearing in mind they've partnered with Nvidia, they would have went with more than a Tegra chip.
But to be honest, Nintendo still sent out defect switches anyways.
You're correct. And that has happened with the Sony PlayStation 4 and the Xbox as well.
Yeah, that happens with every.
my
happens
original
every
PS4 was a defect.
That happens
You're
with
right.
every
And
launch
when
console.
I'm buying mine, it'll already be second production. It's already
Yeah.
second production line, which means most of the issues will already be fixed. Plus, I've got reports from someone yesterday that the Joy-Con issue they had has been resolved with a recent patch. That was just a firmware issue. It wasn't actually hardware related.
Yeah, like a lot of people were complaining about it, but it's like it's a launch console.
Well, it was a terrible launch.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for the issues.
Horrible
they had.
launch.
All right, I mean, but that's common amongst launch consoles, though. So it's like
There's no excuse for the PlayStation 4's shitty launch either,
All right,
or the Xbox.
there's never an excuse for it, but it always happens. So it's like if you want to buy it at launch, it's risky, but go ahead.
I mean, well, the end of the day, consumers have become the beta testers.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
early adopters are the beta testers, and that's the sad thing.
That's why you don't pre-order.
Well, yeah, that's why I never support pre-ordering with anything. But that being said, I personally want to buy a Switch because I will enjoy a good portion of the games and features it has. I don't have a TV to plug into. Yes, the Wii U has a shitty gamepad, but it's not exactly very good. It's a 480p screen. I don't have a TV, and I would prefer to be able to take things on the go. I can't do that with a Wii U. I already have a Wii U. I want a Switch because I want to be able to take it with me. That is the
That's fair
end
enough.
goal of me buying a Switch.
I mean, it seems like from what you're saying, all the Switch problems are slowly being resolved. So I don't know.
Well, yes, the only ones that can't be resolved through upgrades is the actual, production problems, but there's actually not that many of them. There's been a couple systems blue screening, but Nintendo has fixed them, and they do pay for
There is
shipping.
an issue with the Joy-Con grips where, they get stuck.
That's with people putting them on wrong.
Yeah, but
They're
it still
jamming,
should be
they're
able.
jamming the grip on the wrong way.
They should have probably manufactured those a bit better.
And
so
they aren't
it won't
actually
do
stuck.
that.
There's like a minute and a half YouTube video that shows you how to just pop them right off. I mean, it shouldn't be happening, but it's not a permanent, oh no, everything's terrible, it's broken. People panic, though, and they start prying at it, and they break something. Instead of just looking up how to properly pop it off there, they pry
So
at
a
it.
guy fucking ended up cutting his fucking fingernail.
I saw that, because the dumbass kept prying at it with his thumbnail, and it's like, what's he doing? And it
Wait, he
popped
did
his
what?
thumbnail off of his finger a bit. And it's fucking nasty. Why are you that stupid? And that had to start hurting before that happened, too. You don't just, oops, snap your thumbnail off of your thumb. That's not... there's pain.
Stupid.
There's pain before that says, hey, don't do that, dumbass. He kept going.
Shit.
The only issues with the Switch that
I'm
actually...
not gonna say the Switch is a bad console, but I think out of all current next gen consoles that were out, it had the worst launch.
It actually is sold out everywhere in Canada. I don't know about the United States or Europe, but considering it was completely sold out and they shipped 2 million units, that's a pretty
Jesus.
solid launch. Especially compared to the PlayStation 4, which had I think that was the best launch of current gen, or last gen, technically.
I don't know. Switch seems pretty cool.
Well, my only concerns with the Switch are the blue screen and the fact that sometimes it screams at you angrily. I've seen that video. It's like, turn that on, it's just... But then it just turns itself off, and he's like, thank God.
Wait, it does that when you power it off?
No, it was some weird, hardware issue, I'm assuming.
Oh.
And the thing just started screaming at him, and it froze, and it started screaming at him, and then it turned itself off.
Oh. That sounds kind of scary.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like, that's the only thing that concerns me. With that being said, Nintendo pays for their shipping if you're getting a product fixed by them, so it's of no cost to you.
Right. Oh, that's cool.
So, I mean, like, worst case scenario, you get a shitty Switch, you send it in.
Right.
And I'm not excusing them. They shouldn't have these issues, but, like, at least you know they're getting fixed.
Yeah.
Are you planning on playing Breath of the Wild when you get your Switch?
Oh, yes, there is that.
I've been playing it on the Wii U.
Yeah, I've been avoiding the internet for the most part because I don't want spoilers. I've been like...
I'm not going to talk about spoilers, but I'll give my opinion if you're okay with that.
I've watched some spoiler-free reviews already. I think I've got a decent opinion formed of it. Feel free to talk about it.
I love it. It's amazing. It's expansive. I haven't played I would not say I've played most of the Zelda games, but I've played a good bunch of them.
I've played pretty much all of them.
Out of all the ones I have played, Breath of the Wild would certainly be my favorite.
From what I've seen, or from what I've heard from reviewers at least, is even if you're not like a fan of Zelda, this is the Zelda
you
game
can get
started on.
It's like Final Fantasy 15, even if you're not a Final Fantasy fan.
No, see, I would still skip 15 because the combat looks like shit.
No, 15, no.
Combat looks bad.
It is bad.
See, I wouldn't
okay. I wouldn't say it's okay. People say that it's good and great. It's not that. It's just very decent. It's bland, but it's not bad.
Because I look at the combat, and to me, it just looks very slow and
it kind of
uninteresting.
It's not. It makes it look like with the trailers and everything that is really fast paced, but not really.
I've seen gameplay. It's
yeah.
slow.
And also, it's not how they made the combat and how they designed the environments, it doesn't work with each other because sometimes in the camera angles, it's really awful because sometimes you'll fight an enemy and like a bush would just be in your way and it's like, I can't see anything. And the camera is...
To be honest, the combat is hold fucking circle and
that's the combat. And I remember I tried it was on some post on some Facebook group, and I was like, yeah, the combat is like just whole circle. And he was like, some guy was like, you're really oversimplifying it. It's like, no, I'm not. It's a whole circle.
You can, have strategy, though.
No, there is no strategy. It's whole circle.
No, listen, hear me out. Hear me out, all right?
Okay.
Challenge yourself to not hold circle. Force yourself to make strategy.
Yeah.
There's there's Ignis. He can kind of tell you, okay, instead of just running in holding circle, right? Press triangle up at that pole and then hold circle.
Oh no.
Oh, damn, son, the strategy.
Oh no. It's like the battle system. I don't see how the only reason people are defending the battle system is because it's not turn-based. That's it. That's the only reason why. That is the only reason why people think it's so good, because it's not turn-based. That's it. And I believe I've played all the numerical Final Fantasy games except for 5 and the MMOs. But aside, I think it's the first Final Fantasy game with that sort of battle system, I think. Unless there's some spin-off ones I don't know about. Well, actually, no.
Type 0.
Yeah, Agito 13. Yeah, Agito 13 is fucking good, though. That's the difference. Agito 13 is actually good. 15's battle system, it's not fun. I don't see how anyone can defend it. The entire battle system is hold circle, hold or sometimes press square. You can press triangle if you want.
You can use L1 to do partner abilities.
Oh yeah.
Circle at the right time.
Yeah, because
Well, to be honest, I don't hate the game.
I don't hate it. It's okay. That's it. It's just okay.
I like it, but it's not my favorite.
I feel like the environments are a little bland, but it's okay.
But as I said, it's that game that's kind of what makes it easy for newcomers to get into it,
No, that's not.
I don't think making it easy makes it appealable, though.
No, it's not. It really isn't, and it's not a good type of easy. It's not a good type of easy to put people into because it's bad. Because it's not a good introduction to Final Fantasy because that one plays so much different than the other ones. So you go back and play the other ones, and you may think, yeah, no, because I'm used to
It
how
literally
15
says when you
plays.
start up the game, a Final Fantasy for fans and newcomers.
That's kind of
but
odd to
I
put
am-
company
that.
can say anything. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's true.
And that's kind of odd that a company will put that in the beginning of their game. It's
Well,
like
it's to excuse the fact that they didn't put any time into the combat system.
exactly, yeah.
Eh,
It's like
That's
that's
their
kind of
way out of it.
weird. That's kind of weird because I read that when I first got it. I was like, huh? Why would you put that? Like, huh? And it's also weird they put that because most of the Final Fantasy games don't even connect with each other. They're all separate stories except for 10, 10-2, and like the games for Final Fantasy 7. The rest of them are all separate, so it's kind of odd to even put that. I don't know.
Because I've only played 13.2, Type 0, and Final Fantasy 15, so that's about it. And Final Fantasy 15 is the only one like I've properly played so far.
I mean,
I couldn't get into
13.2.
13.2.
Don't play
I
that.
could not.
Don't play it. It's the worst.
No,
one.
I bought it for €5 and I could not get into it.
It's the worst Final Fantasy game. It's worse than 3, and that's saying something because I think 3 is garbage. But just don't.
Type 0
Type
isn't
0, I
too
love
bad,
it.
but
I love Type 0.
I haven't played enough of it yet.
See, the reason I like Type 0 a lot is because it reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy 6, where it was heavily based on magic and like this whole war with Magitex, and it was just it felt so grand because there's this big war going on and everything, and it goes back to that in a way. And I like how magic is like the main point in that game. And it's kind of like something they kind of abandoned after 6, and I kind of wish they'd go back to it, which they did with 13, or I mean Type O.
Type 0.
0, Akito 13, whatever you want to call it.
So, has anything interesting happened to anyone lately?
A game I work on is pretty much lit on fire right now and is an absolute disaster and is falling apart and everything's wrong.
Oh no.
The game.
What
Yeah,
happened?
Lots of people lost data, so we're manually restoring it. Good times.
Oh,
What kind of... without giving away too much, like, what kind of game are you making?
It's not that I'm making it. It's already published.
Oh.
There's a website, right? It's called Roblox, and I know everyone laughs about that, but it pays fucking well,
Oh,
dude. There's a guy in my province that makes $1 million
I have
bucks a year.
I have a friend who makes Roblox games, and he's a pretty good programmer at it. But I only ever played Roblox. I didn't get into programming, and I haven't played it since.
Well, we recently got a pay raise, and there's a guy in my province that went from making $600,000 a year to 1.6 million.
holy shit!
From making Roblox games.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
At least that's what we're estimating he makes because he's at the top of top earning constantly on all platforms. So, and we know that some of the other people in top earning make pretty close to the that amount. So, for him to be cemented in top earning in all 3 platforms, that means that he's clearly making big bucks. But yeah, no, huge pay hike.
How much are you earning?
I don't discuss that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's private. Psycho.
Tell me what your yearly salary.
13 cents a day.
I make 13 cents a day. Woo!
I mean, that's you actually can't buy anything with that. So in the good days. So in the good old days, for 13 cents could get you at least 2 pieces of candy. Yeah, that's gone.
And if you go back even further, 13 cents was a hefty paycheck.
Yeah, $5 was like, oh, holy shit!
$5 you could buy like actual pigs to have a farm.
Yeah. Oh my god. Those were the days, man. I miss them.
I'm an old shit.
Oh, my God. When is your Google trip?
Oh, that's on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I haven't heard much about it. All I heard is that my one thought that will be going through my head after that will be, where do I sign up?
To work for Google?
To be honest, I don't think I would give my life droning for Google.
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know how they are as a company, like to work for them. So I don't know.
I heard they're pretty cool to work for, but then again,
it could just be people saying that because they're kind of entitled to.
No, my luck, I'd probably end up getting a job in child protection and then have to like fucking kill myself after seeing the horrible things.
Oh well, all right.
They have, as I was told, for the fucking, they have therapists in the building for like the child protection workers because of the shit they have to like sit through.
Oh wow, that's
so they know
terrible.
What to take down.
God,
I'm just like, I do not want that job. Never ever.
I want any job but that one.
I'll even scrub the damn floors with a toothbrush if I have to.
I will clean toilets with a toothbrush as long as I don't have to do that job.
That one job.
But I heard really good things about Breath of the Wild, actually.
Yeah,
well,
I've been avoiding everything.
I mean, I haven't actually. No one has actually posted any spoilers. Surprisingly, like none whatsoever.
No one wants to spoil it. Everyone needs to experience it.
Actually, I've had to mute a lot of like any Nintendo news or any Zelda news things. I had to mute because they're not trying to spoil, but they're like, oh, all the old band locations, and it's like I don't want to know what that means. I don't want to know what that's about. I want to know anything about it. I want to go into this blind.
All right.
It's hard to do that in the modern day and age.
I mean, since I'm not planning on getting a Switch anytime soon, one of my
I always
friends...
tell people, if you don't have a Wii U and you don't have a Switch, and all you're buying a system for is Zelda, get the Wii U because it's got Twilight Princess HD, it's got Wind Waker HD, it's got Skyward Sword if you can get a Wiimote, it's got Hyrule Warriors if you're into that, and it's got Minish Cap.
Yeah, I got
Hyrule Warriors isn't too bad.
I got Hyrule Warriors for my 3DS. I mean, I like the game because I'm very familiar with the Musou games, like Samurai Warriors and Samurai Warriors. I've been playing those games since I was a kid, so that's why I like it.
I got the Wii version of Hyrule Warriors.
The Wii U one, you mean?
Yeah, when I say Wii, I mean the Wii U.
Well, it's two different consoles, so you gotta be specific.
I know, but yeah.
It's like saying I got the PlayStation one. Which one? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Or the 4 Pro?
Oh yeah, there is the 4 Pro. Oh god, but yeah, I've heard.
4K.
I mean, one of my friends has Breath of the Wild for the Switch, and he was like, "Hey, you mind if I spoil or something?" I was like, "I'm not playing that game for quite a long time. I don't care. Fuck it." And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." So
yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff behind Breath of the Wild.
I mean, it looks like a really good game.
It's fun. Like, it's really fun. It's harder than other Zelda games I've played.
Good. That's a good sign for me because I got tired of how easy it was getting. Because when they did the Majora's Mask remake, right, I was like, oh, it's some kids are going to have some trouble with that alien invasion level, you know, where you had to stop the invading aliens from, like, stealing the cattle and stuff like that. Remember Majora's Mask, right? Or have you played that?
Well, I haven't. I just haven't gotten far in it. The farthest I got in the game was the water temple or ice temple, whatever.
I think that's actually after the thing I'm talking about. But the thing I'm talking about isn't mandatory. It's just a side mission.
Ah, okay.
At least I think it's not mandatory. I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't played it in years. But, like, I was talking about how difficult that is and how, like, oh, yeah, we had to do it, like, 10 times. Even then, I never got it. And mind you, this could have been just because I was really young when I was playing Majora's Mask.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I don't know, like, my girlfriend, she just beat it first try on the 3DS version. I'm like, they had to make that easier. There's no way you just beat that one the first try. I mean, I'm sure it's possible.
Maybe
maybe it isn't easier. Maybe I was just really bad at games back then, but I seem to recall that being a real big pain in the ass.
like I said, maybe because you were young, and since now you and her are both older, maybe it's like not
maybe.
as challenging in a different perspective. Because I remember,
I'm finding a bunch of guides from like a lot of people complaining about its difficulty though.
Okay. I mean, I played the original N64 one when I was a kid, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do, dude. I never got one fairy. I didn't know where the hell to go. I was like, I don't know. I like the game. I like the gameplay. I like the setting, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And so I didn't play it for years until they remade it for the 3DS. And I'm like, oh, how did I not figure out how to do this? It's so easy. But Majora's Mask, I like it. I can't.
Majora's Mask was a good one. Ocarina of Time is overrated. It was a really good game, but way too much hype for what it is.
I would say Breath of the Wild is better than Ocarina, in my opinion.
I mean, considering that Breath of the Wild is more recent, I think most people. I don't really see how you can argue.
It's just easier to play than the past games, but also like harder in difficulty. The controls are really easy to get down.
I mean, my favorite one is still Link to the Past, personally, because that was the first one I played. So.
I actually want to do a live stream of that one day.
Yeah, it's like,
I tried a live stream of it a long time ago on my YouTube channel, but
yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
that went really badly because I had no one in the call with me. So
right.
Because it's really hard for me to live stream. It really is, because I need people to talk to.
Yeah, like the people that do it solo, it takes a lot of
I'm
character.
Impressed. Anyone that can do it solo you got my respect. I don't care what your quality of video is like.
That just sit there silently.
No, I mean as long as you're actually interacting.
No, like one of my favorite YouTubers.
Just have an active chat. That's about it.
Well, it's not just it's a mixture of that and you also being active. Because one of my favorite YouTube
if you're not actually being entertaining.
Yeah, but one of my favorite YouTubers, Psychedelic Snake, he'll do fucking 24-hour streams and he's by himself and it's the whole time it's never dull. He just has a good personality and he knows how to talk and he knows how to communicate with his chat. Plus his chat is actually for him. Well, I think it's probably because he streams on Hitbox, but it's probably why the cancer is not really there. But oh my fucking god, dude, this enemy.
But
I mean, I've kind of wanted to get into streaming, but
it's a lot of work. A lot of work.
I've tried streaming before, and it's not easy.
The streaming part itself, I can do. It's just I need other people to talk to, at least before I have a large community. If I have a large community, I can speak to them, right? But when you're first starting, it's
podcast one day.
But when it's just one or two people here and there, and they only talk every 20 minutes, and you're just kind of sitting there talking to yourself for an hour, it's really big of an issue. I have a, it's just hard.
Yeah, it's just I think a lot of people just try to. I think they think that unless they're being unless they're being entertaining or saying something entertaining, there's no point in speaking. But just simply talking, even if it's just about the game the whole time, that's perfectly fine.
Don't mind me, I'm trying to multitask and it's really hard.
I have a friend who this week tried setting up an Instagram hentai page.
Yes. Oh.
like completely uncensored hentai, and they took it down. So now he's gone to Tumblr to make a Tumblr blog with just hentai, based on Miss Kobayashi's Maid Dragon, which is some anime that looks really crap. That's apparently making rounds. So I have this chat with a few of us in it, and he's just sending in fucking porn of anime, and everyone's like, "Come on, we respect that you enjoy anime titties, but we all enjoy something else. So don't send that shit."
I'm surprised he got taken off
the entire conversation because I have no idea what's happening in that situation.
What? I'm surprised.
Basically hentai.
I'm surprised he got kicked off of Instagram though, because that stuff is on there.
Instagram, no, you can't have any nudity on Instagram.
I've seen some nudity on Instagram. I don't know. Okay.
Well, then chances are it was probably taken down. But now, like on Tumblr, they don't have anything against nudity, so he made a Tumblr account just to post porn.
Perhaps.
Based on some new anime, that too.
That's weird.
Has anyone seen it, Miss Kobayashi's Maid Dragon?
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it because
it looks like
one
garbage.
of those animes I don't want to watch.
So I'm a shonen fan, so you know.
I don't have time to watch anime. I hardly have time to play games.
And it's like anime.
Breath of the Wild is going to take a large chunk out of my work time.
Oh boy, yeah, because I mean, it's Breath of the Wild.
You need to have a good sit down with that game.
Oh, what's probably going to happen is I'm going to play it while I work, because I work out of home, right? So
yeah, that's actually really easy to do. You can work, and since it's not like a console and a TV, you can like walk around with it and stuff, and just
like no one actually knows if I'm actually doing my work until
exactly.
Like, payment time comes around. So as long as I get the work done.
It's like, wow,
those
you
are like
only earned
the beautiful benefits of working at home.
Like, what were you doing this week or month or whenever you get paid?
And I get percentages and commissions, so it's not like, I have to dedicate 40 hours a week or like 50 hours or whatever to get paid. It's just, I got to make sure there's a steady flow of new content as well.
Yeah.
Right? And that's not necessarily hard. We actually revamped the entire game recently to make it really easy to add new content.
What kind of game is it? Like, I know it's on Roblox. Oh, a Digimon game.
It's actually popular now because of Digimon Try.
Is it on the front page or anything?
No, I do work for the Pokemon game that's on the front page. I work for Brick Bronze.
I haven't played Roblox in a few years.
Brick Bronze is essentially exactly like the 3DS games, except it's on Roblox.
Nice.
So, don't...
I think my cousin actually plays the Pokemon one.
There's two of them. There's a shitty one that's Project Pokemon that's like pay to win, and everything looks like shit. It looks like it was made in like 2006 or something. And then there's Brick Bronze that looks like there's an actual team working on it.
Wait, is that the one you showed me?
That one.
I showed you Brick Bronze.
Yeah, that one looked really good, actually.
Is it the one where the combat has actual models from the Pokemon games?
That's Pokemon Adventure. That's really old. I actually know the guy that made that. He lives like an hour away from me.
I know one that plays like that my cousin was playing once.
That's probably Adventure, and it's really old. Or it's Pokemon Fighters Arena X or whatever it's called. I don't know. There's a lot of weird Pokemon games on here. The Titan is Brick Bronze, though. That's the biggest one on the site.
Yeah, that one looks really
We're
good.
in 4th and top earning, so we've secured our position.
Nice.
Let's see how many plays we're at. 114 million plays. Nice.
Holy shit. Jesus.
That's in a year. We did that in a year. We won 4 awards on the site this year for like building and quality and stuff like that.
God damn.
Yeah, it's a big time sink though. It's a lot of work to get stuff like that. Yeah, no, the Digimon game I work on only has like 843 players online right now.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty small compared to other games.
Only.
Well, considering Brick Bronze has 25,000 right now, yeah, only.
Wow.
So Put it this way, we make enough that we can support ourselves just off of Roblox.
That's good. Like, that's a comfortable lifestyle, I suppose.
It is, but it's completely unreliable. Tomorrow everything could change.
Yeah,
or
I
like
suppose
tomorrow
that's good.
someone else can make a game that just completely
Or tomorrow we could get
overshadows
taken
yours.
down for copyrights.
Oh yeah, there is yeah, Nintendo does not fuck around with that. So
There's some legal problems there, but
yeah, Nintendo.
No,
does
we've been good so
oh,
far.
man.
A lot of people have reported it to Nintendo and they haven't taken it down, so maybe they're turning a blind eye, maybe they're not, I don't know.
Maybe
I'm not going to question it.
Oh.
Maybe since it's on Roblox, they don't give a fuck.
No, there's been copyright strikes from Nintendo on Roblox before.
Yeah, Roblox does have a copyright system.
They get copyright strikes all the time. So, in fact, for the longest time, you couldn't say Five Nights at Freddy's or FNAF on Roblox because the creator of that sued Roblox or was going to.
Wait, just for saying it? Wait, just for saying it, or like?
Well, no. There's games on the site that ripped off his game entirely. Because his games aren't exactly hard to replicate.
Yeah, of course they're not, yeah.
He made them on a fucking smartphone engine.
Yeah, like, it's remarkably easy to replicate his games. So, needless to say, he had a good reason to be nervous, because if there's a free alternative that anyone could play, you know, why pay for it?
Right.
So, yeah. He sent a cease and desist, and they had to take it off of the site, and then they censored the words for everyone. That way, no one could even talk about it. So,
is it uncensored now?
Oh.
I think it's uncensored now. Yeah.
I don't know if they still do it, but I know that people from Canada used to come here in the U.S. to buy food. And just...
Yeah, but you still pay in American dollars, though, right? So I wouldn't gain anything from doing that. I'd actually destroy my economy by doing that.
Okay.
Because right now I'm taking money from the States and bringing it into Canada. Meanwhile, if I shopped in the States for food, I'd be just putting it right back in the States.
Right, okay.
But that being said, if I play the currency exchange good enough, I can profit off of my fluctuating dollar. Canadian dollars all over the place. So if you play the exchange rates right, you can...
Oh god, try living with the euro.
I actually don't know anything about the euro.
The euro's crumbling.
Nice. Isn't there also a British pound or something? I don't fucking know how you're...
Yeah, but the whole Brexit thing...
So wait, who uses euros and who uses pounds?
Sweden are in the EU, but Britain use pounds. Well, the UK
the only ones
use
that
pounds. Yeah, so the UK that would be England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland.
All right.
It's like I'm in the Republic of Ireland.
Greece also has euros, apparently.
Wait,
yeah, Greece? A lot of European countries use euros.
Oh, here's a list: Austria, Belgium, Cyprus, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, Netherlands, Portugal, Slovakia, Slovenia, and Spain. Jesus Christ. No wonder your fucking money's all over the place. So many people use it.
Everywhere. And in Sweden, they use crowns.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Are they crowns or are they crowns?
Crowns.
A long time ago, I was with a Swedish girl. Never again. Never again.
They seem like psychos.
They are.
Are they really? I've never met a Swedish person.
I know a guy who's Swedish, and he's a bit of a nut job, but he's cool. He's cool.
Maybe native-born Swedes are okay.
Oh, okay.
She was born there, but her parents immigrated. But never again.
Oh, man.
Feminist through and through.
Oh, really? Oh, wait. Yeah. It is Sweden. It is Sweden.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Look up the rape capital of the world.
Oh, I already know.
Oh, yeah.
I already know the statistics for the.
If you literally look it up, it's gonna say it's just Sweden.
I already know. It's a disaster.
I'm sorry.
I'll explain it to Elliot.
I'm sorry, Sweden.
Their unchecked immigration is the biggest problem. They don't filter. They just open.
They just let anyone in. Exactly.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not necessarily against immigration. I completely understand if people need to get away from bad situations. But we need to be careful about who we let into our countries. That's all I'm asking, is that we just have filters, right?
We have a homeless crisis currently in Ireland.
Oh, yeah, so we have an employment problem in Canada. And we're accepting more people in, and they're taking jobs.
There's homeless people everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in Dublin, and we like 2 years ago it was all over the news. Like, okay, we gotta finally do something about this homeless crisis and get people off the streets. Yeah. And not even like I'd say it was about 5 months later. They were like, oh yeah, we're letting in like about 100,000 refugees, 100,000 refugees. We're gonna let them all in. They're gonna stay in Dublin. We're gonna give them asylum, give them nice homes to stay in on the council. You know.
Yeah, but like,
no big deal.
Do you send them back when it's all said and done, or do you keep them and like ruin your
we're
country
keeping
even
them.
more? Oh, wonderful!
We can't send them back. In Europe, we can't send them back now that we have them.
That's horrible.
And like, there's still homeless people everywhere in Dublin. Like, I was out in the city today.
Yeah.
And there's fucking everywhere you go, there's a homeless person sleeping on the streets.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like that in Toronto too. Like, if you go to the right parts of Toronto, Ontario, like, it's bad. There's homeless people like all over the place, and the worst part is, I don't know if there's a men's shelter there now, but you know how there's women's shelters, right? So you never see a homeless woman. You never see a homeless woman in most of Ontario.
Like, we have shelters that cater to like all types of homeless people.
Oh, thank God for that.
Whatever, fucking Apache
like, we have
helicopters.
them here, but they're not as well funded as the women's shelters.
Like, they're not gender specific. Anyone can just get in. Like, there does be thousands lining up, and only a few hundred get in. So not everyone gets a chance to stay in.
Like, we have some of those here, right? And they do get funding, but they're nowhere near as funded as women's shelters and stuff. And like,
that's not okay.
No, it's not. It doesn't help that our prime minister is a feminist, but
yeah. But Jesus.
But like, men's shelters, there's one in Canada, and it got shut down. There's feminist protests about it, and the dude killed himself in his garage, if I recall. He hung himself.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. Hold on.
Fuck, dude.
Trudell needs to get his shit together.
Hang himself. Let me see if I can find those search terms. Earl Silverman. Yep.
Do you guys have to, like, over in Canada and America, do you guys pay like for your monthly bills, do you have to pay for your water?
It depends. If you're on a well, no. If you're on city water, yes.
Yeah, we pay for that here. Yeah.
I don't know how it is in the States, but in Canada, if you're living on a well...
They tried bringing it in like a year or two ago now, and no one's been happy with it, and there's like protests everywhere.
Nice.
Hopefully
it's like we're not special. It's like, yeah, water is a basic human need and all, but like, we're not special snowflakes. There's people everywhere around the world paying for water.
Except in Canada, if you live on a well. See, we have so much fresh water here that you could typically just drill straight down under your house, and you'll hit like groundwater that's clean enough to drink. So you don't need to run on city water if you're not living in a city. If you're living in a city, that's different, because like there's roadways, there's plumbing everywhere, so you can't just drill a hole and collect water from it. But, like, if you're living out in the countryside, dig a hole. That's it. You're good to go. You don't have to pay for water anymore.
Just slurp through the pipes.
Pretty much. It's actually really clean. Like, remarkably clean. I would even argue that it might be cleaner than bottled water. That being said, bottled water is pretty sketchy.
I don't understand why people...
I don't like bottled water.
A lot of people are like really... A lot of people are really pompous about bottled water. It's like...
I don't understand the expensive brands.
Me neither.
If I'm gonna buy bottled water, I buy like the 99-cent shit that you can pick up like 40 bottles for like 99 cents.
Yeah, and people say, oh, the expensive ones, they obviously taste better. And it's like, no, they don't.
I understand taste in water and all, but like,
But they don't
Why
taste any
spend so
different.
much more money for like water? I don't comprehend it.
They don't taste that different. They don't taste any different. They taste the same.
Water just tastes like water.
Well, there is different tastes to water, but a lot of these expensive companies are owned by like companies that also sell cheap water, and they just package it at the same place, just with a different bottle. I'm not even kidding. They just dump it into a different bottle, and then because people pay more, they think that it tastes better.
Yeah.
Like, reality is, it's all the same company shipping it out. That's why it all tastes the same. But it's... Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking water.
It's whatever. But yeah, if you live in Canada, you just get, like, a well water. Or if you live, like, in northern Ontario, you can actually build a filter system for a lake.
Yeah, like, I've
drank
water. I've drank water of, like, lakes where it's all filtered, and it's way better than anything you can buy, and it's free.
In Missinaibi, which is a little, like, it used to be like a gold mining town, if I recall, in Ontario. It was way up north. Or it's near a gold mining town. There is a hunting lodge that we were considering buying that also had it, like, the hunting lodge itself owned all the land around the lake, and it owned the islands in the lake as well. So it had, like, little cottages on the islands and stuff and whatever. You had to take a boat to get to the main lodge. So we went there on the boat, and he was explaining what the water system there is. And it's a pipe that just runs out into the lake, and he runs it through a charcoal filter and just some various other, like, debris filters and stuff like that to make sure it's clean. He had it tested. It's cleaner than bottled water that you can buy at a store.
Holy shit.
And all he's doing is sucking water out of a lake.
Right.
Yeah, no, literally. I went on a hike once, and we were heading up the mountain, and I brought 2 bottles of water, and I completely ran out by, like, the 7-kilometer mark or something.
Right.
And I just came across this little tiny stream.
Right.
And it's just all the water flowing through the rocks. I'm like, you know what? I'm a smart human. This is all filtered. And I grabbed my 2 bottles, opened them up, and I shoved them in. And there's, like, lots of people who go to my school standing around me. They're like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? That's disgusting. And I'm like, none of you are smart. Shut up.
This is a stream. You don't understand. It's cleaner than you think.
It's cleaner than what you probably have in your bag.
Yeah. Now, mind you, it does depend on what stream. There are some streams that are, like, really disgusting and muddy and full of parasites, but, like...
No, this was, like...
It was a rock-bottom one, right?
Up north. Like, this was up north. It was, like, completely...
Was it, like, a mountain-type stream? Like, it was coming down a hillside, right? And it had a rocky bottom, I would assume.
Yeah, it was very rocky.
Yeah, those ones are way cleaner than people actually think. Now, mind you, it still is a minor concern to me about parasites and stuff like that that could be in the fish, like, and then thus in the water as well. But that being said, streams tend to be, like, really clean, and you probably won't die if you just drink stream water every now and then and you live in a civilized world. So
probably wouldn't die.
No, you could probably live off of it.
But the thing is, you do gotta kind of, before you do fill up on that water,
check
you should
the water itself.
Check up the stream. Make sure there's not a dead sheep lying in it.
Just Ireland problems.
Yeah, that sounds like an
It's
Ireland
very possible
problem.
there could be a dead sheep lying up in your mountain.
That
Make
sounds
sure
like
there's no dead sheep.
that sounds like an Ireland problem.
Did someone, like, just drop off their prostitute there or something?
Yeah. Fucking purse completely empty.
I mean, you could always take the sheep and eat it still.
If it's rotting, you
It's
can't.
a rotten
I mean, yeah, not if it's rotting, but if it's, like, freshly dead, I mean,
You're black through and through, aren't you?
that's not black. That's like
It runs
Uber.
out of food
That's like
stamps.
Uber hillbilly. Like, anyone would do that.
That's like tribal survival instinct there.
I mean, hey, come on, man. If
It's like
it's,
we have
Dead
no
animal.
more food
Is it
stamps.
rotting? No, I can still eat it, I think.
I mean, hey, you can.
I'm
Free
just
food.
kidding.
I mean, that's
would you
free
just take a
food.
handful of maggots and eat it?
No,
Maybe.
my God.
Depends on how hungry I am.
No,
I mean,
I'll
I
start.
think you would, because you're considering just devouring a sheep that could have been there God knows how long.
He just walks out of the bush
not-
wearing sheepskin with blood all over his face.
Literally just
I mean, I would prefer that than maggots. That's no thank you.
wear its skin as a coat.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
Though.
like,
You become an Irish bushman.
I wear Chanel.
I mean, that's Jesus. But oh no!
My God, I wear Chanel.
Oh no! Oh no!
Just walk out of the bush in your nice sheepskin coat.
Oh my God!
Made this myself.
I mean, it's probably warm as hell. So fuck it.
And found a dead sheep.
Now, that being
I
said,
made
in
this
Canada, if you hit like a deer or something, you take it home with you. If you run into a deer on the highway.
I mean, yeah, because you should. That's
shit's food.
That is food.
I mean, you killed it. Might as well eat it.
Right, exactly. It's no one else is gonna do it.
Well, I mean, scavengers will eventually.
Yeah,
but you feel responsible. Like, you killed it. You shouldn't let it waste.
Right. So it's like, fuck it.
You gotta respect the land.
I mean, I wouldn't eat if I hit a cat or something. I probably wouldn't take that home to eat. But I don't know.
I might.
Oh, come on, you'd eat anything as long as it's dead.
I mean, there's this cat that got hit. I swear to God, it was like a month and a half ago, and it's like where my apartment complex
outside. It's like people get.
It's like near my apartment complex, and well, actually, it's like right in front of it, and it's like in the grass, and it's been sitting there for a month, and over the course of time, I've just been watching it slowly just deteriorate.
That's disgusting.
Like at first, it looked so new and freshly dead. Fur was all fluffy. I was like, oh, poor cat. Now it looks like a pancake.
Did you not think to call someone about cleaning that up?
Call someone to clean that up. Like,
I guess no one cares enough. I don't. I'm actually interested to see how this looks over time.
What the fuck, dude?
It survived snow and rain.
Of course it did. The cold kills the bacteria and the maggots.
I know. I'm like, dude, this looks kind of cool. It does look cool.
This is coming from the guy who said if there was a dead sheep in a stream, he'd eat it.
I mean, it does look cool because when it was dead, it was fluffy and stuff. Now it's flat like a pancake. It looks like it's
wrong with you, dude.
It looks gooey and stuff. Like if you touch it, it just looks. I'm interested in that. A few times I wanted to pick it up, but I was like, I'm not gonna go that far. If I had gloves, maybe.
What? Something's wrong with you, dude.
You don't think that's cool? Come on now.
No.
Oh
I think it's disgusting.
That's kind of sick.
Oh jeez.
Twisted human being.
No, I'm not. That's just normal.
Yes, you are.
Elliot, you're never gonna make your case better.
Oh, that's just normal.
Yeah, this started with sheep, and you're like, I'd eat it. And I was like, okay, well, maybe if it's not rotting. And then it's devolved into, I'd pick up its rotting cat. I'd do that. I'd do that shit wearing gloves. That's just cool. Everyone!
Well,
Sane human being.
Elliot, why don't you just get up right now, go outside and eat it?
I'm not eat it. No! Fuck you. I'm not gonna do that because it's been out there too long.
I can't eat that. Not even a Chinese man would eat that.
Oh God, no! It's like if you look at it, it just looks. It looks like if you pick it up, it would just immediately fall apart. Like, oh, it looks so dead.
I'm nauseous. You need to stop.
That's how it looks.
Yeah, I think you're
stop.
really stop.
Like even when it's hot outside, its fur still looks wet and mushy.
That's too far, dude. You've gone too far.
Oh, it's like the greatest thing ever.
It's time for you to stop.
It's the greatest thing ever.
All right,
we're gonna ship you back to Africa.
Actually, I have in regards to dead animals, I have a story. All right,
we gotta go down this road.
Yep.
Yep. This is where this fucking podcast's going. Anyways, I was walking home from school one day, and I was walking by this lamp pole, and at the bottom of the lamp pole is just a dead seagull just lying there, right? So I looked at the pole, and going all the way down the pole is a big line of blood
Oh my goodness.
leading right
That thing
down
was
to where the
moving.
seagull was.
Oh my god.
That was moving.
It just fucking slammed into the pole and slid down it, effectively cracking its fucking neck
Oh my god.
and left to the demise
Jesus
if it did not
Christ.
die immediately.
That's pretty
And
epic.
my friend came along and just started poking it with a stick.
Okay, that's gross.
Hey, look, every young kid pokes a dead animal with a stick at one point.
No, I have never done that.
Yeah, but you'd probably eat a fucking sheep if you saw one.
That's different. At least I'm eating.
I can imagine though. I can imagine Elliot just now frolicking into a field of sheep that are still alive, just grabbing the fattest lamb and taking a big bite out of him.
Well, I'm not gonna kill one that's alive.
It's got to
You
be
sure
dead
about that?
first.
Yeah, like duh.
Someone else has to kill it before I eat it.
Like guys,
How
come on
American
now.
of you.
I mean, hell yeah.
I can't take something's life. Someone else has
But
to
I'll
do that.
eat it
I
after
mean, yeah.
someone else does it.
Or like if it dies through natural causes, like a earthquake.
What if you see a pack of wolves already devouring it? Are you gonna go up and join them?
Swat them away. Shoot, mine.
If I'm hungry
Bring that
enough.
thing home and throw it over like a fire.
Oh yeah.
Shoo the wolves off.
Oh my god, yes. Nice fire.
Shoo, doggy. No, bad.
Put some nice season it up with some barbecue sauce. Oh my god, dude. Ugh. Fuck, I want a sheep now. God damn.
What a sheep.
Oh my god.
Damn, I just
Lamb
want a
chop.
sheep to magically appear on my lap and I'll just devour it.
Oh dude.
Oh my god.
Fuck man.
Something is wrong with everyone here.
Well, not me. I don't know what you
No,
got.
yeah, no, not you. You're perfect
Not you.
image
Yeah,
of
you're
sanity.
totally normal.
It's us that are weird.
You're
Yeah.
the light among the
I mean, at
darkness,
least-
Elliot.
At least you admit it, you know, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be different, XD.
Oh my god, XP. No.
It's okay to be unique.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. Stop saying that.
There was this one time a seagull, like, we were on lunch at school and
You
basically...
ate it.
No, what happened was we're just chilling and look, and this seagull comes and crashes into the back of the school
Oh my
and
god.
just hits the
Seagulls are
concrete.
suicidal in Ireland.
Hits the concrete and it's still alive. And it broke its leg and its wing.
Oh.
So it's basically hopping around on one fucking leg, chasing everybody. Like it's chasing everybody to get everybody away from him. And my teacher comes up and he comes charging on him and he just fucking grabs it, puts it under a van, grabs a
Excuse
shoebox,
me?
and just drove it to someplace I don't know where.
Probably
yeah,
with the
man.
Either would have
bucket.
brought it to the vet or he would have put it out of its misery.
Oh my
I
god.
hope he just put it in a lake so Elliot can find it.
I mean, it's in Ireland.
Storing snacks for later.
I probably won't ever find it. It's in Ireland.
Storing food for the winter.
He's chipmunking that shit.
Oh.
But, no, I like birds, but I don't feel bad for seagulls. I really don't.
Cause fuck them.
They're
horrible
they're
creatures.
disgusting and they're everywhere.
They're everywhere, and they just make such a mess. And
They stay around their schoolyard and just pick up food that's thrown away.
And they crap on you. The other bird I don't feel bad for is Canadian geese. Those things are assholes. I
What
swear
about
that
pigeons?
pigeons actually are okay. There's not a lot of them here in Canada.
They're everywhere here.
Like there's plenty in the city, but it's not like it's an infestation like it is over in Europe. We don't have the insane amount of pigeons that you guys have. Like ours are actually manageable. But I don't like Canadian geese because they're assholes. Like their wings alone can break your arm. They're really territorial. They spread salmonella. They destroy beaches. And the only redeeming factor is they taste good.
Well, there's something.
They taste amazing.
They're
That's the
like
only reason we haven't wipe
They're
them
like
out
heavily
with-
diseased, but like if you eat them, they're nice.
No, salmonella is not something that's in the meat. That's an intestinal disease. So.
Yeah. So.
Salmonella you can't get from eating like everyone's like, oh, you can get salmonella from like raw chicken. That's only the outside of it can, and that's only because of the way it's processed. If you were to actually butcher a chicken yourself, it is impossible to get salmonella just from the meat.
Yeah, hold on,
And if you cook it, doesn't that kill it anyway?
Yeah, if you actually in Japan there's chicken sashimi, which is what they do is they take the piece of chicken, they quick fry it so that only the outside is cooked, and they cut it. And because the outside is cooked, there's no chance for it to be salmonella on the inside.
Right.
So then the meat is perfectly safe to eat. Yeah, it's only the outside. It's the same as steak and stuff like that, like beef. It's only the outside that can actually carry the diseases, but when they cut it in the factories and stuff, the outside comes in contact with the inside. So that's why, like, you can eat like a rare steak and not get like deathly ill from it.
Right.
E. coli or something.
Oh God.
Yo, I really
Coli's
want
another
to
intestinal disease.
I really want to catch and eat a puffin.
A puffin. They don't look delicious at all. They look very not delicious.
I heard they're very delicious.
I think I've heard that too, actually. So yeah.
Puffins?
Yeah.
I was watching a video of Gordon Ramsay catching a puffin in a net. Like they're just flying around. He catches it with a
Of course
net,
it was Gordon Ramsay.
and he like slams it into
That's
the
what that man
ground.
do.
And while it's struggling on the ground, he like grabs it and on camera breaks its neck.
Are you sure that was Gordon Ramsay? That doesn't sound like Gordon Ramsay.
It's on his YouTube channel, and they bring it off to a table where he's like showing how you like prepare it. This like guy, I don't know where he's from, but like he's showing them how they prepare puffins, and what they do is they grab it by the leg and they just like rip whatever. They just rip the leg or the neck or something. I forget what they rip. They just rip everything that's inside. Out.
I'm watching the YouTube video now. I'm gonna fact check.
And they don't even cut it open. They just rip it out.
Nice.
We have puffins on some Irish islands. I guess.
We have puffins in Canada as well, but we've never thought to eat them.
We can't eat them.
They just don't look very big or very appetizing. It doesn't seem like something that'd be very effective to consume.
I mean, apparently you guys are missing out. So.
Well, maybe that's just Canadian survival instinct of, hey, we got a harsh winter upcoming. You know, eat something that's efficient in calories.
Yeah.
Eat moose. What's the
Hey man, moose is delicious. Don't you knock moose until you try moose.
Oh, I've had moose meat. Oh,
Moose
God.
is wonderful.
Oh, it's excellent.
Everything about moose is good, except for the fact that they're the most dangerous animal in Canada. So,
Has anyone ever had? What way do you guys like steak?
I'll eat it mooing.
Oh, well. All right. No, okay.
Jesus Christ!
At least
I
everything
watched Gordon
is
Ramsay
already.
get his nose bit by a puffin. That's a thing. He set it free. He didn't kill it.
No, he catches another one.
Okay, I'm watching him now.
He's like, all right,
Oh
we'll
wow!
see. Oh.
Holy hell! The other dude just snaps its neck. What the fuck?
Oh no!
It's so violent.
That sounds awful.
Wait till you see them preparing it, though. It's even worse.
Okay, like Gordon Ramsay himself didn't hurt it. Like he tripped when he got it in the net, and that's why it fell and smacked into the ground. This other dude, he's like grabbing it, trying to bite his finger. He's just, that's it. That was the end of it. Like, all right. I mean, hey, at least it's not suffering, you know. Yeah,
Sure.
When Gordon Ramsay caught the second time, he set that one free. So the third one. So he only kept one of them. Oh yeah, they just straight up rip into it.
There's like a very big territory war on. There's this Irish island. I don't know what it's called, but there's a territory war between the seagulls and the puffins.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the puffins hide in fear because they don't fight. And the seagulls will literally just like kill them all.
No,
Yeah,
team up with the seagulls. You need to start a war console, start some clans up, get rid of seagulls. Fuck them.
It was Iceland where they caught the puffins.
Yeah, puffins are apparently really easy to get. That's interesting. Okay,
They like make this bread using like proper like hot rocks and all that stuff, and like they go back and it turns out like while they were gone, the bread was stolen.
Rip.
Fucking Iceland, dude.
Probably by a puffin.
Revenge for killing my brethren. I will.
No,
I
but
will
you're looking like you can see like a lot of the landscape in Iceland, and it's just nothing.
I find it funny how Iceland is green and Greenland is ice. I've always enjoyed that. It's always been like a little interesting thing.
Someone must have messed.
Enjoyable. There's also Gordon Ramsay catching a wild catfish by hand, but I've seen that 100 times. They just reach their hand into the catfish's mouth and let it bite them. And they yank it out. Nice
a finger down its throat and it kills it. Have you seen the part where they like rip up the puffin yet?
Yeah, just straight up just went, off goes that wing, and then we just reach in here and out comes the... What?
Out comes the giblets.
Are like puffins held together by like Velcro? Like
apparently.
That all that holds a puffin together. Just Velcroed on wings and some organs, and you just undo the Velcro, and there you go. There's your meat. Like, what the hell?
I mean, I guess it makes for easy.
Puffins are only small birds,
and they're actually kind of cute too.
They're certainly not efficient to eat. What the fuck? You kill a bird, you get like a lunch.
Kind of like smaller, fatter penguins.
They're smaller, fatter penguins that fly. So not penguins.
Exactly.
Australia's got some penguins, but they're endangered. You can say you could just hunt in Australia for penguins. No. Let's see.
Oy vey. I love how he's holding it by the neck when he sets it free. And he throws it and it just flies off. But I'd love if he had, threw it and it didn't do anything and just rolled down the hill into the water.
Fell back to the ground.
Jesus.
Good. Well, I guess we're eating that one.
You guys are awful.
I'll actually just rip out whatever's inside.
Oh my god!
I mean, like without cooking it, cooking anything like with blood all over his fingers, the guy just shoves it in his mouth.
Oh
yeah. I mean, whatever you gotta do, man.
It's like a kidney. I think Gordon Ramsay.
I saw that. That was something. Gordon Ramsay too.
I think him and Bear Grylls need to team up.
I don't like Bear Grylls.
I've only watched like a few things with him. So.
Drink my piss.
Pretty much. 5 seconds into the new area, boy, we might not be able to get water, so I gotta drink my piss. It's like, what? Why?
Survival, man.
You're like 5 minutes in and you're already like, just like, I need that. Like,
it's survival.
I need this fresh piss.
I don't understand him. There's been plenty of times where he just does stupid shit for no reason either. Like, he climbed into like an ice hole in, I forget, I think it might have been like northern Canada or like northern Greenland. But he was traversing like icebergs or whatever, glaciers. He was traversing glaciers. I think it was up there. He's just leaping across these ice chasms that could just, lead into the ocean and drown him, right? Because if you fall into one of these like little ice tunnels, they're slippery. There's no way out. You're not getting back out of that. They can go for like easily a kilometer. You're not coming back. And he's just casually hopping across them, like almost falls into one. He goes into one a little bit to get water, and it's like, if you slip, you're dead.
He's Bear Grylls. He doesn't fear death. He doesn't fear death.
And then he was in the desert one day, and he was climbing down like a well, right? He's climbing down a well to see if there's water at the bottom. There wasn't. And he's climbing back out. And he almost fell, but a cameraman caught him. If that cameraman wasn't there, he'd be dead. This is him trying to do like, this is extreme survival, blah, blah, blah. You do these things and, could totally survive.
I'm thinking there's this YouTube channel called fucking Brave Wilderness or something.
Yeah.
And the guy, he captures a lot of B-roll footage while he's out, and There's footage of him jumping around on the cliffs and then he slips and falls off one.
It wasn't a fall, but great distance.
It was like a 5-foot drop.
It definitely hurt. It looked like it did some serious damage, but it wasn't enough to like hospitalize or kill him by any means. But like, I don't know. Brave Wilderness seems alright. He's an alright dude because at least he's being like educational and not just doing stupid shit.
He gets himself stung to be educated.
Yeah, I watched that. He did the bullet ant. It's like, ooh.
He does like the bullet ant.
He worked his way up the bullet. He got stung.
Yeah, he worked his way up the worst stings.
Yeah. Hey man, that was stupid shit, but it was for educational purposes. He's like, this is what would happen. I'm gonna go die in this corner now.
Wait, what's the guy's name?
His bullet
Brave Wilderness.
Brave Wilderness.
He seems really nice.
Reaction is like, yeah, he's a nice guy.
And I like how
he went on Conan O'Brien, and he kind of just got made fun of.
Oh.
For what?
Yeah. For like getting himself stung by all these weird stuffs.
But like,
can you really make fun of him if he does it on purpose?
Yeah, like it's not like it was an accident. He knew what he was getting into. He was doing it for educational purposes. Like,
yeah,
this is how severe it is, and if this happens, this is how you treat it. Because he had to figure out how to treat it after. So, but like he's quite educational, so I'm alright with him. But I'm not alright with Bear Grylls because Bear Grylls just does stupid shit. I prefer Survivor Man actually. Survivor Man is Les Stroud. Don't know if you know who that is at all.
Survivor Man.
Survivor Man is a Canadian guy, but he goes around the world surviving in like weird situations like Africa or like just northern Canada, United States, parts of Europe sometimes. But like he does practical survival, not extreme survival, where like, oh, if you're stuck in this location.
I don't think the average Joe is going to be stuck in the kind of situations Bear Grylls gets himself in.
No, it's all extreme survival stuff, and it's like, why? If you know basic survival, you can typically apply that to extreme survival. It's not.
All you have to do really is go camping once, get the swing of things, and then you'll be safe.
I wouldn't say go camping once. There's a lot of things that you can learn that you don't learn from camping, but like with extreme survival, you can't really apply that to basic survival. Extreme survival, you're off like climbing cliff faces to get a vantage point so that you can find civilization in like a rugged desert or something. It's not practical. At what point are you going to be lost in a desert? Right? Like,
right.
Or at what point are you going to be lost in northern Greenland on the glacier tops? Like,
right.
It's not practical. But on top of that, the survival methods that you use for those areas aren't applicable to other locations. You know, practical survival, like find food, find water, find shelter. You can apply that to other situations.
Yeah, that's pretty much universal.
And, you know, star navigation. If you know roughly where you are, you can use the stars and sun and moon to, you know, navigate. But I just don't like Bear Grylls. He's too willing to drink his own piss is the problem. He's too willing. 5 minutes into an episode, he's like, oh, I gotta drink my piss. It's like, what?
I mean, hey, that's dedication.
There's a stream right ahead of me with a dead sheep in it. Guess I gotta drink my piss.
That water's probably not safe to drink, even if I boiled it. Like,
you just see Elliot up the top, completely naked, like a leak over his genitals.
I mean, yeah, man.
This dead sheep.
Hell yeah.
Chase Bear Grylls off your land.
Ooga booga.
I take over his whole show. Yeah.
The local wildlife seems to be aggressive.
Jesus Christ. Oh no. Oh no. Where the fuck am I?
Looks like we've come across a wild.
Oh no.
Alright, you.
Oh!
It's enough out of that.
Okay.
But in the end, there's only one real person I can turn to when I need that kind of help.
I'm so lost. What are we talking about now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Actually, I don't know where I was going with that. So
Me
ignore that.
neither. That's what I was like.
Yeah, no
what?
one knows where you're going with that.
Wait.
Dude.
Okay. Wait.
You been
Survivor.
drinking today?
Okay,
No.
so-
I wish I
Are you-
was.
Fucking Irish, dude.
I mean, hey, I'm still a year away from being able to legally drink, so I guess I'll tough it out for the next year.
I don't have to pay for
I'll be
this.
17 in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't start destroying my liver yet. How terrible.
I mean, yeah, not yet.
Exactly. I mean, I need alcohol for my problems. What can I say?
Actually, what am I talking about? Irish people, alcohol does the opposite. It repairs your livers. I forgot. it's a required substance.
Alcoholism is a cure for cancer in Ireland.
Right, because it kills you before the cancer does.
Oh no.
No. See, in regular parts of the world, drinking alcohol will give you liver cancer, right? In Ireland,
Right.
you just vomit up whatever cancer you have.
Or some guy punches it out of you and then buys you a drink.
Exactly. There's like, two Irishmen have a fight, and next while they're having the time of their lives, drinking pints together.
Wait, what was
Just
the
beat
other
the
guy's
shit out of
name?
each other. Want to get a pint?
Hell yeah.
To be fair, that happens in Canada from time to time too. We do have quite a few Irish people that live here. They're like descendants of Irish.
UK Parliament vote yes to killing disabled babies. What?
Oh,
The
What the
UK.
fuck?
excuse me?
And my friend sent that and they said doing something right for once. That's not okay.
I mean, no, it's not.
It's definitely not okay.
Wait, why are they killing them? Wait, who
Because they're
Come on, are they,
who
are
brought
they
this up as a
actually doing
bill?
that? Like, that's very inhumane.
Who brought that up as a bill?
Good old
I don't
Europe.
know. I think it's like a vote. Just
Are you sure
killing.
it's not being completely thrown out of proportion? Like,
Yeah, because that sounds like it. I don't think anyone.
yeah, one day ago, Britain's abortion laws are a license to kill disabled people, implying you can abort a fetus if it's like going to be severely disabled to the point where.
Right. That makes sense.
But like, what about just regular old Down syndrome?
See, I don't like to comment on that type of stuff because it's extremely controversial, and I at least have some minor image I need to maintain. So
Yeah.
That one image you have.
I have a minor image I
It's
need
like-
to.
I'm not trying to be offensive about it. Like, I don't.
No,
think
I
it's
completely
really-
understand where you're coming from. I'm not going to state my opinion on this one way or the other, but I can definitely understand exactly what you're saying. That shit's fucked up. Like, oh, you might have autism. Time to kill you. Like,
Yeah. Like if it's like a
Can't really
definite,
do that.
if it's like a definite, it's probably going to be pretty severe.
if
the
it's going to
parent-
be like they're not going to be cognitive.
Yeah,
It's like
they're
if
not gonna
they
be
had
able
this
to
back
think.
about 20 years ago, Elliot wouldn't be around.
I mean,
None of us would be.
probably, but like I
I
can
mean,
understand
Elliot's
if
older than 20, right?
yeah, I can understand if the parent, I mean, personally, if I was a parent and they say, yeah, your kid, he's probably not gonna be functional at all. It's like, ooh, probably gonna let it go.
I have a real big issue with American and Canadian laws right now. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Herpes being spread by circumcision.
Oh,
You want to know
the
why
rabbis-
that's happening?
The
God.
rabbis, they suck the
Yeah,
blood from the babies.
Jewish people.
Oh yeah, I know about that. I
That
didn't know. I
should
didn't
be
know it was
the
an.
babies get herpes.
Yeah.
We're talking about adults making oral contact with a child's genitalia. In what fucking world is that okay?
Yeah. I
No
know.
way.
I knew about that. I didn't know it was like
Oh,
an
serious?
outbreak of it all of a sudden.
It's not even that it's an outbreak, it's the fact that it still happens.
Yeah, I read about that.
Religious freedom should not cover that.
It really should not. No,
In
no,
my personal opinion, religious freedom should not cover circumcision either, but
no, it should not.
that's
circumcision in the end is a choice thing.
At first, I thought that was like.
It should be a choice.
I don't think it
in
the Jewish religion they should not have it as a mandatory kind of thing for your baby.
Well, who knows if the baby's gonna be Jewish?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Maybe they'll grow up and not be Jewish.
I think everything will be harder without foreskin.
Yeah. Americans.
Yeah, I don't. I really didn't I thought it was fake when I read it. Like, there's no way like this is known and it's okay. Like, even it's like,
protected by religious freedom.
Yeah, and that.
If that's the case, why isn't female circumcision still a thing? That's
exactly.
Religious.
What the? Wait, that was a thing?
Yeah.
It only recently got outlawed in like the 80s or 90s.
Wait, what did that involve?
It depends on the religion and depends on the type of circumcision. It could either be removing the clitoris, removing the clitoral hood, or removing the inner labia. The hood and the labia one are pretty much the same as removing foreskin on male. Right?
The practice is found in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. No surprise there.
The one you're about to read is going to be the extreme mutilation version because they like to blow it out of proportion and make it seem like it's this ultimate evil. Meanwhile, the male one's easy.
I'm not going to read it because, to be honest, I don't want to be grossed out.
No, I'll sum it up for you. There's the actual mutilation, where they actually destroy things down there. And then there's just circumcision, which is where they do exactly what they do to males. I personally think it should all be illegal to be done to a baby. I believe it should be a choice made by human beings when they are of cognitive age to actually decide these things. But, apparently government doesn't agree with me, and even the feminists don't.
I'm probably going to get the snip after about... If I end up having kids, I'm going to have about 3 kids and fucking get the snip.
Are you referring to a vasectomy?
Yeah.
Or you could.
That's not the same as what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, it's like
no, but
we're talking like
it's still
essentially sterilization.
And then I'm thinking like you could.
Imagine sterilizing your child before they're even given the opportunity to produce.
And then you could just not have sex or just be careful about it.
Yeah, it's just like just don't.
Yeah, like
I don't want to give up my life.
You don't have one anyway.
I would never get that because it's like, I'll just not have sex.
No. So the other thing is, it's really hard to reverse. Meanwhile, tube tying, if it's done properly, can be reversed easily.
Right.
And that's what annoys me about the argument of, it's easier for men. Yes, it's easier, but it can't be reversed. Yours can be.
Right.
There's a very big difference. Like, you're essentially asking us to sterilize ourselves. Meanwhile, we're just asking you to make it so that it's, not possible to have children until you choose to.
Exactly.
Big difference. Huge difference.
I would never ask that of a woman because it's like...
No, but it's one of those things where if the topic comes up and they're trying to pressure you into it, you just explain that shit to them. Like, no, that would sterilize me. It wouldn't sterilize you.
The answer would just be no, period. It's like we could, just.
And if you continue to try to force this on me, you're going to be single.
Yeah, it's like no, that's not fine by me. Or we could, just not have sex, or not have it as much.
Just not.
Or just not have it as much. We
just not.
Yeah, it's like we can't control this. It's like
It's a completely voluntary action.
Exactly. It's not something that you have to do, but whatever.
Apparently,
this podcast got very weird.
Oh, it's gonna get weirder. Apparently, in Texas, there's still female circumcision that goes on every now and then.
Like legally?
I don't know if it's legal or not, but it happens. They're apparently at relatively high risk there. That's actually happening to them.
Whoa.
Yeah, I just remembered that statistic from not too long ago when I was just because some pages like to post these types of statistics because it's no secret I hate feminism. And there's a lot of pages that will post this type of stuff.
Yeah.
That goes against what feminists
I'm not 100% against feminism, but I'm against extreme feminism.
I find no redeeming factors in it. If you believe it's about equality, egalitarianism. It's not about equality. There's no redeeming factors for me.
It can't be about equality if it's Feminism.
If it's biased, the term itself is biased.
Yeah, it's feminism.
It was created in France by a bunch of radicals. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, like those women were fucking racist.
Yeah, it was
like
created by radicals. It's not this equality movement that they claim it is.
Like those women were so.
And
I
really hate the claim of, oh, you're not a real feminist, blah blah blah, that these like brainwashed people make about the crazies that.
Yeah, it's like, oh well,
no,
real feminism.
You're not based on the original term. And
it's like,
what people treat it.
It's like technically the crazies, they actually are genuine.
Yeah, they're staying true to the origins. You're not. If you want a movement about equality, join egalitarianism. Don't be a feminist. But on top of that, feminism has claimed the victories of a lot of egalitarian movements as well.
Oh, really?
There's some things that were done in history that weren't done by feminists. But because the person never stated that they were or were not a feminist, people just claim that they are.
Ah.
What about vegans?
Okay.
Vegans have never demon factories. No, I'm kidding.
Vegans are shit.
If you yourself are a vegan and you don't push it on anyone else, I have no issues with you.
That's okay. But I see vegan protests every time I'm in the city.
Yes, if you're protesting and trying to change the way that other people live, that is a different story.
They were giving out
pins to be vegan. That is perfectly fine.
They were giving out pins, and my friend went and got pins for another friend who was giving up meat for 40 days because we're a Catholic country. We have this thing called Lent. Jesus spent 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. No, we don't have to. No, we don't have to give up meat. We choose what we want to give up just for the 40 days.
Yeah, that's what Lent is. You can choose.
That was a thing in Canada and the US too. Just they typically gave up like red meats and stuff, and they would still eat fish. I
could say I want to give up playing video games for 40 days, and that's my Lent.
Yeah. That's what Lent is.
It's basically in honor of. No, I'm not really. I don't really believe in any religion, but it's like Jesus spent 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, and with nothing. Fucking Bible shit. And so it's like, in honor of that, we give up something for 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah.
And so my friend gave up eating meat for 40 days and 40 nights. And so my other friend got him like a bunch of vegan pins that they were giving out in the city. And I was going to go up because we were kind of being held back because we were going to get some pizza. And I was about to go up and say, hey, come on, we have to go. I want to get a big chunk of meat.
Big meaty claws.
Like, I don't have a problem with veganism or vegetarianism because I think some people have to be that for health.
Oh yes, there are plenty of people that have allergies.
There's medical reasons.
Yeah, they can't eat meat. I don't care about. Like one of my friends recently, like I think 3 weeks ago, she was a vegetarian for, I think she said 8 years. And like 2 weeks ago, she was like, "Yeah, I fuck this," and she started eating a hamburger, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm back to meat."
I went to school with someone that couldn't eat grain, and they also couldn't eat red meats. That must have been a hard life. Like some fruits, even they were allergic to.
I go to school with a guy who literally cannot eat anything.
Well then,
like he's allergic to meat. He's allergic to fucking dairy. He's allergic to fucking everything.
Well then,
I know I named two things, but I'm not sure on the specifics. But all I know is that he's riddled with allergies.
God damn.
Once a few years ago, when I was only like starting out in secondary school, we were going into German class, and this guy in my class who was a complete dickhead to everyone threw an M&M at my friend, and my friend is like,
"How could you waste a perfectly good M&M?"
Is like, like physical contact with the food doesn't trigger his reactions. It's eating it that would. So like, what my friend decides to do once this M&M's been thrown at him is he drops to the ground and starts pretending to have an allergy attack. Now keep in mind the teacher's not in the room. The teacher went somewhere. So my friend starts pretending to have an allergy attack, right? And the kid that threw the fucking M&M at him starts crying. And he's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill you. I didn't mean to kill you." And
I didn't mean to kill you. Nice.
And then like the guy just jumps up, starts laughing in his face. Funny story. The year after that, we were heading in the German class, and the guy just started slapping me, and headbutting me and he's fucking punching me. So when we're heading through the door, he like tried to go headbutt me again, and I grabbed him and I like swung my head into his fucking nose, and he backed away with blood leaking out of his nose. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was only joking. I was like, fuck off.
Yeah,
I'm not having that shit. I'm not gonna let anyone try to push me around.
Ireland is awful.
And then I broke his nose.
Especially
I broke his nose.
Especially Dublin.
Like,
I hear nothing but bad things. The only things I've heard about Dublin have been from Chris O'Neill, and he makes it seem like it's awful.
He's not even from Dublin. He's from Wexford.
Still, he said he goes to Dublin. He doesn't like it.
Yeah, he comes here pretty frequently.
He said it's scary. It's like, is it really not scary?
It is scary, but like, you know, I've been living here all my life, so like.
Don't be a retard, you'll live. That's the general rule.
You don't scream and act like an idiot in public, and then you don't get picked on. So
okay,
yeah, I went to this place today, and it was like a time house, as they call it.
Oh, what?
All right, the place was called the Clockwork Door. Okay.
Oh, fucking damn it!
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. Oh no.
Clockwork Door.
Uh-huh.
And it's like a time house where you go in, and it's 8 cents per minute to stay there.
What?
Wait, what do you do there?
It's not like
understand. What's the purpose of this?
It's not like a stay overnight place. You go in for like a few hours, and there's like rooms with Super Nintendos, rooms with board games, like rooms with where you can just like cuddle with like cuddly toys and all that kind of crap. There's like a place where you can like draw, read, make coffee, all that kind of stuff. Like the coffee and all is included in the fee. You could have like 100 cups of coffee and they wouldn't charge you anything for it.
This sounds almost like a manga store that I know of in Tokyo.
So I went in anyways, and it was $4.80 for the hour.
Uh-huh.
And I drew like a little picture of Thumper from Banquet, and I gave it to them, and they put it up on the wall, and I was like, "Thank you."
It sounds like you're a special kid.
Are you special by chance?
No, basically, right. My friend is kind of like I'm learning to draw, and my friend was teaching me how to draw rabbits. So I was like, you know what, I'll draw a little cartoon rabbit, and I
you are
this,
special.
I had this like I had this plush of just Thumper from Banquet, and I just drew that, and it went well.
Oh,
it's okay that you're special. We'll still accept you.
I won't.
I have autism.
Yeah.
But no, that reminds me of a manga shop that I know of in, I think it's Tokyo, and but you can come in the door, and if you're like a traveler or even a local, you can stay the night there, and they got like rooms that have like a bed and a computer in them. And you are free to like just read any of the manga on the shelves as well while you stay.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It's actually cheaper than a hotel. So
this place wasn't a hotel, but you like what you can do is you can go in and you're like, look, I had a stressful day. I'd like to go into your cuddle room and just sleep for an hour, and they'll be like, that's no problem. We'll make sure no one comes in and disturbs you. And you go in for an hour.
Full of special people.
Is that your safe spaces?
Is that a safe space?
That sounds like a safe space.
I hope not.
It sounds like a safe space, dude.
It sounds exactly like a safe
Ireland's getting soft.
Oh.
It's not like they don't like you can basically they don't.
No. Now you're trying to explain it away. Now you're trying to backtrack.
But they didn't say that. They're not like, oh yeah, you can't say any triggering words. They're just like, so have fun, talk about anything.
Right? Yeah.
I could say feminism is a joke, and they won't. I could say like feminism is a joke, and they won't even bat an eye at it.
No, just, but that's a safe space in there, dude.
That is a safe space. That's a legit safe space.
You got yourself a little safe space.
I mean, it sounds nice, but it's a safe space.
It was nice. They had. You ever have a Soda Stream?
Yes, I know what that is.
Wait,
they had one of those, and I made some pretty cool carbonated water, and I added this lemon and lime syrup, and it tasted exactly like 7-Up.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
I mean, it sounds nice, but it's a safe space.
Yeah, it's a safe space. Ireland's getting soft.
No, there's still lots of fights everywhere.
If they keep building more safe space, you'll be good.
Yeah, unless they start fights in there.
I went to this. I went to this shop in Dublin, which like has imports from the US. And
why would anyone want to import anything from the US?
It was just candy, all that kind of stuff. And I got these like weird cracker things.
American candy shit.
They look like dog treats.
They are dog treats.
But they weren't. They were like people food.
Are you sure? Because it sounds like dog
but they were
treats.
they were like pepperoni pizza flavored. They were like crackers.
What the fuck are you eating? They look like from America? Where?
They look like dog treats because like they were circular and then they had the like kind of pepperoni filling in the middle.
Wait, are you talking about Ritz crackers?
No, they weren't Ritz. They were some weird brand thing. They weren't bagel bites either, but like they tasted like pepperoni pizza and it was really nice and I liked it.
Okay, I don't know what the hell that is.
I don't think that's an American thing.
Yeah, because
I don't know. As far as I know, they import. They like had this energy drink.
Are they called combos by chance? Maybe.
I'll look it up. Give me a second.
Oh wait, combos. Oh, combos are fucking delicious.
Yeah, they're like circular, right? Like a tube with like the pepperoni in the middle.
Yeah, a tube.
Yeah, I just looked it up. That's combos.
Okay, yeah, combos are delicious. Well, the only combos I like are the cheese ones. I don't like.
I've never had them. They aren't in Canada.
Yeah, they're pretty. I like the cheese ones. I don't like anything else.
Wait, was this a brand I ate?
Because they're basically just pepper.
Yeah, that was the exact brand I had.
Yeah, they're basically just pretzels with shit in the middle.
They were fucking delicious.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know. I just don't see anything special about American like candy and stuff. Mostly because I'm Canadian, but like
it's probably easier in Canada to get it, but like over in Ireland we only have like lots of home brands, so we don't get a lot of what you guys would have over in the States.
I know that the UK has Cadbury. I don't know about Ireland though. Cadbury.
Yeah, we have Cadbury. We produce Cadbury.
Like, that's about the only.
No, I live literally down the street from the Cadbury's factory.
Nice. Like I don't know. I don't like a lot of like, snack foods. It's just,
but there was this. I saw it. I didn't buy it, but there was like this energy drink that was like Shaquille O'Neal branded.
God.
Okay.
It was like it looked very weird. Energy drink.
I've never had. Yeah. I've tasted an energy drink. I've had.
Soda Shack, I think.
It's called.
Yeah, that's it. Soda Shack.
The only energy drink. The only energy drink I've ever had is Red Bull, but that's it. I don't
drink any energy drinks.
I don't either. I don't get the appeal of it.
I don't drink them either. Okay. Like I've only ever had it a handful of times.
When I was in high school, I was dating this girl that would drink energy drinks all the time, like Monster Energy, stuff like that.
Is she healthy still?
I don't fucking know. I don't keep track of my exes.
But like
she was only 5'5" and she's drinking these things daily. Surprised she didn't die of a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, like oh my god.
Once my cousin came to my house with a can of Monster and he drank it, and then he went to the store across the street, and he came back with 3 more fucking cans of Monster.
What the fuck?
And then he went to use the toilet and didn't flush, and I went to pee, and
it was all red.
It was just fucking. It was a very, very, very light green.
What the fuck?
That's not healthy.
He didn't flush. Okay. He was taking a piss and he didn't flush.
That's not good.
That's not good.
He's probably gonna die like a lot sooner.
He gonna die.
Like that's not good. No one should have green pee.
No one's piss should look like that.
I mean, black is okay, but
I got a Tootsie Pop once.
Wait, those are the like.
I'm not a fan of those.
Those are the like chocolate whatever flavor things.
Not really chocolate. It's hard to explain.
They have like the chocolate. In
yeah. I don't know how to explain it.
licks does it take to get to the chocolatey center?
Oh, I was thinking of fucking Tootsie Rolls. Never mind. But yeah, Tootsie Pops are...
Tootsie Pops are the same thing. Just...
Yeah. I was thinking of like the actual roll instead of the sucker. But yeah, I haven't had Tootsie. I don't eat a lot of candy. I just don't. Like, the only candy I eat really...
I don't. I would usually just eat anything that wouldn't be familiar to me. And I don't really go to... I don't really go to the city a lot, so I don't really get a lot.
Okay, you should hear what the description of a Tootsie Roll on Wikipedia is. A chocolate-like, taffy-like candy. There's no certainty as to what that is.
Okay.
It's chocolate-like and taffy-like. They don't know what it is, though.
I guess no one's
candy
figured out
has
the mission.
Similar qualities to both caramels and taffy, without being exactly either type.
It's
and does not melt while being transported during hot summer months. Okay.
Mr. Cow? Yes? How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I don't know. I mean, that was the commercial. I know what he was doing. But yeah.
That's something wrong with you people.
I mean,
I don't watch TV. That might be part of it.
That's it's just good old American TV.
Good old American TV.
I say good, very sarcastically.
Quote unquote good. Air quotes good.
I don't even watch TV.
I don't watch TV either.
I have my computer. Why would I watch TV?
Exactly.
Yeah, I just like stream my anime on my iPad.
I don't even watch anime.
I just get it through certain means.
I just get it through certain means.
You know, certain people I talk to get
I used to do that, but my roommate...
People hook me up, fam.
I mean, my roommate has Crunchyroll, so I just use that, or I just go on certain websites.
I use Kiss Anime.
Whatever site pops up, I use it. I don't care. For a second, I thought Kiss Anime went down. Actually, I thought it did. Did they have to like make a new domain or something?
It goes down sometimes for like a month to do copyright reasons and to redo the site and then like all that kind of stuff. So when it goes down, it is a bit of an inconvenience.
It's just a bit of an inconvenience when the entire website just disappears for a month.
I can't watch my anime for a month. It kind of sucks.
I mean, yeah, it does.
It's not their fault though. It's like they have everything.
I mean, they're illegally streaming stuff, so
it's kind of their fault.
It is their fault.
It's kind of very much their fault.
They're keeping people like me happy, so as far as I see it, it's not
but
their
they're
fault.
taking money from the producers. The companies don't get paid when they're illegally streaming it.
So
that's why so many series only last for 15 episodes and get shut down. They don't make money.
And then fans talking about like, why isn't it longer?
Why wasn't it longer?
Pay for it?
Illegally streaming it.
It's like, I don't know. You got to pay for it, bro. They need money. And it's like, I mean, I fall into that category of not buying a lot of it, but that's because that shit is expensive. But
if you watch it on Crunchyroll, it still supports them. Like, Crunchyroll is officially like licensed to.
Yeah, they are licensed. I think I read a lot though that it's not as supportive as people think it is.
No, it's not as supportive, but it's better than illegally streaming.
Yeah. I think still like the creators of like the animes through Crunchyroll, I still think they get like a small percentage of it. Like they barely get
if we can stray back just a little bit. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for Tootsie Pops.
Are you fucking serious?
And I'm looking at the external links section, and one of the external links is scientific study about the number of licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
That's actually sad. I'm always saddened when I hear things like scientists have proven that if you cut an apple 5 times, I don't know, and it's like, do they really waste time doing that?
You cut an apple 5 times, you still have a whole apple.
It's just in 5 pieces.
It's like,
whoa.
it's just like, do they really waste their time doing that, or is it exaggerated?
It takes an estimated 1,000 swipes of the tongue per centimeter of candy to reach the center of one's favorite lollipop, according to a new study published in the Journal of Fluid Mechanics.
What if you don't have a tongue?
This
You gotta
ultimately
remember
means
that a lot of the people doing these stupid, pointless studies are not the people that are actually going to contribute to anything, anyways.
Now, keep in mind, right?
I mean,
This
yeah,
ultimately means that a Tootsie Pop at approximately 1.063 inches in diameter would need to be licked about 2,500 times for someone to successfully make it to the middle, according to a doctoral student, Jinzi Huang, and his colleagues at NYU. Fuck's it. Like, this is what you do at college. Fucking kill yourself.
But it's a sucker. No one just straight licks a sucker. You suck it.
Who calls him a sucker?
And that's what we call them over here, at least.
We call them lollipops.
Okay, well, same thing.
Now, brace yourself for this one, Elliot, but we do actually shorten down lollipops to lollies.
Wait, so you shorten it down to
I'm
what?
not joking.
So you're going to go lick a lolly?
You will have a child fucking come in and ask, like, Mammy, can I have a lolly? And they'll give them a lollipop.
Oh. Well, good old Ireland.
I wish I was joking when I said that.
I wish I was joking.
There's this thing. There's this brand called Swizzles that make lollipops and all that kind of stuff, and they make different types. And then they have this collection of them, and you can get them in a bag, and the bag's called Lots of Lollies.
Oh, that sounds like my type of candy.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's my type of candy right there.
I'm sure it is.
I'm pretty sure the cherry flavored are the best. And bro, I ordered that shit last year. But yeah, any other games you guys are excited for?
Mario Odyssey looks interesting.
Yes, that one actually does look good. What games are out on the Switch, by the way, besides Breath of the Wild?
1-2 Switch, Bomberman are...
Yeah, I was about to say 1-2 Switch and...
Bomberman, Snipper Clips.
Oh, yeah, I saw a commercial for that today.
There's a couple more. There's indie games. Indie games are coming out.
I know that... What about the
Stardew Valley is
store?
coming out eventually.
What about the Nintendo store for it? Is it, like, good?
It exists, I guess.
Okay, well, it just came out, so all right.
Well, it's a soft launch. It's not a hard launch.
Right.
Their goal is to get it out so all the early adopters can get it purchased and out of the way before Christmas, so that by the time Christmas comes around, the people that would have bought it anyways aren't stealing stock from the people that are buying it as a Christmas gift.
Right.
In the end, that means more sales for them. Sure, it means kind of a rocky launch, but they'll have enough games in their library by the time Christmas is around to sell the system a lot. Plus, if the Pokemon rumors are correct, there'll probably be a Pokemon game on it before Christmas, probably around November.
Oh, really? Nice.
What kind of game do you reckon they'll make?
Considering it's Game Freak making it, Game Freak makes the main series, so it's probably going to be a continuation of Sun and Moon. Stars is
it'd be like, I know the Switch is a handheld, but it also counts as a console, so we would technically have a console main series Pokemon.
Yes, that's what everyone's getting excited about. And there is evidence to support this. There is evidence to support this because in Sun and Moon's files we found like high resolution models that aren't actually used in the game. We've also found like walking animations for like every Pokemon in existence, which would imply that they walk behind the character. The models are actually way higher resolution than the 3DS can actually display. So this suggests that they're working on something using these models for the future.
I'm still waiting for Detective Pikachu.
I don't know, is that even getting a Western release?
I don't know.
I mean, if they re-release it on the Switch, you could just get it anyways because no region locking. But
I don't want the Switch.
Why?
I don't know. It just
because you spent money on a Wii U and now you got bad taste in your mouth.
Not really, because I liked the Wii U a lot.
Because of all the defects. That's why he doesn't like it.
Well, yeah, but by that logic,
it's not even that. Like I haven't been interested in the Switch since the beginning.
Oh, what's not interesting about it? It's handheld and
I don't know. It's just something. There was just something when it was first revealed. There was just something about it I didn't like.
It's running on an NVIDIA Tegra, so it's pretty beefy.
I wouldn't even say like what's inside. It just doesn't look like my kind of console.
If you like handheld,
if you like handhelds, do you like the Wii U gamepad?
I feel like I'd take it out and within a matter of days I'd smash it. Like I don't feel very responsible for it.
Like through anger or irresponsibility?
Just irresponsibility. I don't think I'd
fragile
be
as you think
really
it is.
Good to have a Switch.
The only thing that's quote unquote fragile about it is its screen, and that's because it's made of plastic, just like the 3DS screens. Just put a screen protector on that shit, you're fine.
I mean, I have a 3DS, so I don't really need a new Switch. I don't know. I can't explain it, but there's just something about it I wasn't interested in.
I don't know, because I've had every 3DS and 3DS family so far. Because I'll trade my old one in for the new ones when they come out. Because I had the original DS. Well, then DSi came out and it was better, so I eventually ended up trading my DS for the DSi, if I recall. No, I kept my DS. It's somewhere around here, I think. Then when the 3DS came out, I traded...
just snapped in half.
I never had this issue. But when the 3DS came out, I traded my DSi in for 3DS, and then I went and bought
I had my DSi at this point. I had my DSi at this point, so it wasn't too big of a loss, but I dropped it one day and just snapped in half.
What the fuck, dude? Mine could fall down a flight of stairs. I was a kid, and mine just snapped. Fuck, you're right. You don't need a Switch. Just break it.
Exactly. That's why I feel very irresponsible. Like my Wii U gamepad screen is also smashed.
Yeah, I don't even know how that one's possible. But it's pretty much just a gamepad that you can take on the go. That's all the Switch is, except it's stronger than the Wii U. But
I don't trust myself with a Switch.
But they actually show there's a guy that his entire thing is he tests the durability of new hardware, right? And so he did a screen test on it. And the screen test is
Switch.
Screen test says that yes, it's plastic because you have the hardness testing scrapers where if it scratches with this, that means it's plastic or whatever. And yeah, it's definitely a plastic screen, no questions about that. But he was trying to grip onto the sides of the Joy-Cons and bend them off of the Switch, and he actually had to apply a lot of force. He had to intentionally snap them. They were not accidentally popping off or breaking at any point in time. And the funny thing is, the Joy-Con itself didn't break. The Switch itself didn't break. What happened is that the rail that they connect to, that is screwed into the side of the Switch, the inferior metal on the inside of the Switch actually broke, and that's why the rail came off. But it was still usable. He tried bending the screen, and it's not one of those things where you just drop it and it's going to shatter. There was a lot of flex to it. He was bending it on his knee and everything, and it wouldn't break. So I think it's a lot more durable than people are giving it credit for. It's still made out of Nintendium after all. Plastic Nintendium this time around. But
I know one of my friends commented, he was like, yeah, but it's weaker than the Xbox One. I'm just like, okay.
So what?
And it's a Nintendo console. They don't... What?
I hate the graphics. If you care about graphics, buy a computer.
Maybe one day when the price is down and the Switch is far into its lifespan, I'll buy one.
Personally, I want a Switch that doesn't come with a dock, because I'm just going to use it as a mobile anyways.
Right.
I would be fine with not getting a dock. I'd be fine with not getting a Joy-Con holder.
The dock is just cheap plastic anyways.
But it has the USB splitter inside of it that's more than just a USB splitter. It's proprietary, and that's the problem. But I'd be fine with just buying the console that comes with 2 Joy-Cons and a charging cable. That's all I need. I don't need the other crap. Cut the price down, sell it as a handheld console. Sell one version as a home console and one version as a handheld. Not that hard.
Apparently there was a Super Mario energy drink. I'll power up.
In Japan?
I
don't know.
So it sounds Japan to me. Although they don't drink energy drinks there, so I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. The Switch is an interesting console. I can definitely understand why some people wouldn't want to get one. And I whenever someone's talking about getting one, I always tell them if it's Zelda, you have to buy a Wii U. But like,
yeah, I would never buy console for one game.
Like I've watched a few videos of the Switch version of Zelda, like performing really badly compared to the Wii U version.
I haven't actually heard too much about that except for the grass area at the beginning.
Like I haven't experienced frame rate issues with the Wii U version.
Well, that's because it actually turned it down graphics wise, apparently. Like it's not.
Yeah, but that, like even then, like yeah, the graphics are torn down, but like not having the frame, like I've heard there's some frame problems with the Wii U.
Frame rate's important, but like
I like there.
I don't know. I feel
heard
like there are,
but like, I haven't personally seen them. But like
I feel like it could be fixed
on
with
the Switch
patch
version. It just makes the Wii U version a bit better than if you're having less frame issues.
I don't know. I've heard that the Wii U also has frame issues though.
Yeah, that's what I said. I've heard they're there, but like I haven't seen them.
I feel it already runs at a lower frame rate, and that's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm seeing reports of it, quote unquote, really struggling on the Wii U. And for some reason, the Switch runs more smoothly with Breath of the Wild in portable mode. I'm going to assume because it turns down the graphics settings, and so it's not trying to kill itself.
I really like that game, though. I really, really enjoy that game.
I've also been seeing a lot of complaints about it looking like it's got washed out colors on the Switch. But that's not actually the game or the system's fault. That's apparently, the users. They don't have the settings turned on properly. Dead pixels
are a normal thing on the Switch. On the website, it's just like, oh yeah, just ignore dead pixels. It's like, you can't really ignore that, can you?
I haven't heard that, actually.
Oh yeah, I've actually heard about that, yeah.
I've heard of it happening maybe once or twice, but that happens with all consoles and displays.
Yeah.
Like that's why my monitor has a warranty on it, where if I get a dead pixel, they replace it.
Ah, nice.
But I would imagine it's the same for the Switch. I can't imagine they'd just be like, "Oh, ignore dead pixels."
It's like people get their brand new Switches, and they start it up, and the first thing they see are like 1 or 2 dead pixels already on the thing. And apparently on the website it just says, "Oh yeah, that's normal." You know,
I don't think that's what it says on the website at all. That doesn't sound like Nintendo. This is the same company that'll replace an entire 3DS's display for a single dead pixel. Right? Like, I don't think that's what's happening.
I didn't look it up to see if it was true, but I did see someone talk about it and post a picture of it.
Oh, I could definitely understand there being dead pixels. That makes sense. I don't think they're ignoring it.
That's what I don't mean about the dead pixels. I mean about Nintendo saying just ignore it. It's normal.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
So I don't know if that picture was photoshopped or not. So
I'm looking at an article here from Eurogamer. It says Nintendo says Switch dead pixels normal. They're normal.
Do you have a link to that?
Yeah.
So I can see if it's not just a clickbaity title, because that happens.
Oh shit! I accidentally closed it. I'll get it back up.
Like, are people over exaggerating about what they're saying? Did they like?
Yeah, because that happens a lot with these like news sites.
Like, did Nintendo actually?
It's normal.
Like maybe Nintendo.
They could have said that it's normal for a display to have dead pixels, but we'll repair it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, they probably say, don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about it. We're fixing it. We'll repair it. Not like, oh, well, fuck you guys. We don't care.
All right, so I'm on the Nintendo support website literally right now, and it says here, small numbers of stuck or dead pixels are a characteristic of LCD screens. These are normal and should not be considered a defect.
Right, but they did that with the 3DS too. They still repair it though. You can still send it to them and get it repaired.
Yeah, have these people actually tried contacting like Nintendo support?
If you actually reach out to them, they will repair it.
Yeah. It seems like people
have done
it
with 3DS
that.
For simple things like dust under the screen.
Yeah, it sounds like people aren't doing that.
Yeah, it's not a defect by any means. It does happen, but like that doesn't mean that they're not going to repair it. Like, I mean, technically, yes, it is a defect in the manner of, like, oh, it shouldn't be there, but, like, the way that these things are produced, that is pretty standard. You get monitors all the time that have it happen. Not high-end monitors, because those have, like, lots of regulation on them, but, like, you know, if you buy a 1080p display, there's a chance there'll be a dead pixel or some dust under it. You just send it in for warranty repairs. It's not necessarily...
How long have we been going?
Oh, you know, a couple hours.
Be right back.
Oh boy.
Literally a couple hours. He gone.
He just saw some dogs try to attack his cat. You know, the dead one outside.
He's gotta chase him off so we can eat him.
I don't know. I think it's a lot of hassle still to send that. When I called about my gamepad screen, they wanted about €100 just to get that fixed. I was like, no way.
It's really weird. I guess it's got a warranty on it.
Well, I got it in like the Christmas of 2015, so, and I bought it brand new as well. I didn't buy it pre-owned. But
okay, I'm back.
Okay. Also, on my first PlayStation 4, mine had a defect. After about a year, the fucking HDMI port decided to fucking fart and die.
Nice.
Jeez, I never had any problems with any of my consoles.
The problem actually got worse after that. The console would still start up. It just the HDMI wouldn't.
And then they did a terrible soldering job when they repaired it, probably.
No, here's what happened. Right, so we call Sony, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can replace that. We can fix your HDMI port for €200. €200, right?" And like they say, "Oh yeah, you must have got a PS4 from the first batch we sent out, which all had faulty HDMI ports, but we'll fix it for €200."
Why not fix it for free then? If it was part of it.
They literally said they knew, and they were still going to charge me for it. So I was like, "Fuck this! No, I'll get someone else to do it." So I found my man's friend knew this guy who would do it for about €60, and I was like, "Okay, that's not too bad. I guess I'll send it off to him, have the HDMI port fixed."
And then he did a bad soldering.
So it turns out he didn't have the piece, so he's waiting a few weeks for the piece to come. Now, keep in mind, by the point he actually got the piece, it's been months since the actual fucking thing broke, so I'm getting tired of this shit. And so he's like, "Oh, well, it looks like I can't actually do this. I'm going to have to send it off to Poland to have it fixed now." The reason he had it sent off to Poland to be fixed was because he scratched the fucking motherboard.
Nah, that'll be why it didn't work, yeah. Good work.
So once we got the console back, it wouldn't start up anymore. The thing was dead.
Damn, nice. Dude.
It was dead, so I had to buy a new PS4.
How much does a new PS4 cost in euros?
€400. Well, $399.99, but you know.
So, for what they were trying to charge you to fix it,
would have been about half the price.
Half the price of just. Yeah. It's almost like they were trying to encourage you to just go buy a new one.
They knew that was a defect as well, so like, you know, why are you charging me for it?
I've never had any problems with. I've only ever had to.
I've never had a problem with any of my consoles.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, the only problem.
Like Microsoft, bless Microsoft, they fixed my Xbox 360 3 times for free.
Sony fixed my PS3, my old one, years ago, for free because it just randomly it just shut down. Period. And they fixed that for free, and that's the only problem I ever had with a console.
I got red ringed 3 times, and they fixed it every time for me.
I've never gotten a red ring before, ever. Never got that.
Like, because I went for years with the, like, with later models of the Xbox 360, they fixed the issue, but my very first model was the first model they ever released, so
I got
that
the
one was very prone to red rings.
Okay, when you say later models, which one do you mean? Like the ones that
later production run?
The Elite and the Slim.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was referring to a later production run.
Yeah, that's what I was, because like I got mine the same year it came out, but I got it like months after it came out. So, and I've never had a problem
your
with that.
Your one would have probably still, like, even though it might not have happened to you, it would have been still prone to happen.
I've had it for years. Still, well, I haven't played it for years, but when I used to play it, I still had it for years, and I never got that problem. And I
eventually got the slim model, and everything went great with that one because they finally had fixed that issue.
See, that's the other thing that I'm not.
But bless Microsoft for fixing that for free. You know.
I'm not too concerned about this.
I'd have to send it off to
because I know that like later production runs will be fine.
Yeah.
I had to send it off to Germany 3 times to have it fixed, but they would always have it back in less than a week.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you're not very far from Germany compared to, like, other countries.
Like us, yeah.
It's like a 4-hour flight, maybe.
Well, we do have repair shops in the States, but that's the other thing is, like, for me to repair something, I have to send it to the States. It's not that I'm sending it, like, to a repair shop in Canada. Typically, I have to send it all the way to the States
okay,
to get it repaired. So it's a lengthy process.
Jesus Christ!
I'm not a big fan.
At least it gets the job done. At least,
Yeah. I don't know. Nintendo, from what I've heard, has been really good with their repairs. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but what I have been hearing, it's relatively like, oh, yep, we'll send the stuff to you to send it here.
Fucking Berlin is about 2 hours 15 away.
Well then,
it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I wonder how long it take me to get to the UK. I think it's about half an hour.
That sounds about right.
Like I've been to Scotland and Wales before, and I recall it not taking too long. Wales took, like, on the ferry took about alright, on the ferry to London it would take me 8 hours. And on a plane it'd probably take me about half an hour to an hour.
Okay, well, yeah, Ireland and UK and like Wales and Scotland, they're all like right next to you, separated simply by a bit of ocean. In some areas,
separated just by a border. Jesus.
Yeah.
Alright, by car it would take you 8 hours to get to London. Well, I assume, like, the ferry, if you took the ferry over with your car in it, it'd be a lot. But to walk to London would take you 89 hours.
From where are you traveling from to get to London?
Dublin.
How is it
89
would you walk? There's ocean.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just looking here. I looked up how many hours is London from Dublin, and it was like 89 hours walking.
That's a long swim.
How can you even walk?
Okay, if they say so.
I mean, people have walking on the water.
People have, like, swam the channel. People can, like, every year, it's quite often people swim from Dublin to the UK.
I mean, it's possible.
Why?
Right, like. You can't. All right.
You see, we're in this beautiful time where we have a thing called boats.
Yeah, we've had them for quite some time, actually.
Not sure if they know about that or not, but we have
1 hour 20 minutes.
We've had it for a few centuries, actually.
To get there on plane.
Well,
shit.
And it would only cost me for the cheapest airline, it would cost about €40.
Well then.
Now it says round trip, so does that mean, like, that's for there and back?
It's a return trip as well.
So that's €20 going and €20 leaving. That's not that much. I earned that in like a week.
Nice.
Now I have a few friends over in London, so like one day I'm planning on taking a trip over there.
Yeah, I need to go overstates.
They send out how many flights a day? 1, 2, 3,
it's 4, a pretty short
5,
flight.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 flights a day.
How long is this flight as well? Isn't it like an
hour and 20.
Yeah, so
it depends on the weather though. Some are like an hour and 30, some are an hour and 25. It's like whatever Met Éireann, which is our weather board, announces for those times.
Yeah, but like, you gotta realize, for me to get to the largest city in my province, it's an hour 20 drive, roughly. Right, so in the time it takes you to go to a different country and visit your friends, I am still on the road to go to Toronto. Okay? Like, that's Europe, dude. Just Europe, dude. For me to go to the other side of my country takes 5, 6, maybe even 7 days of driving.
Oh god! Like, you can get all around Ireland in about 3 to 4 hours. Like, we're tiny.
For me to drive out of my province north would take about a day. So that gives a scale of traveling in Europe compared to traveling in North America.
How long will it take to drive around Ireland?
Anywhere. It is a long ass time.
Thanks, guys, for listening.
Thanks for watching.
We didn't do an intro because fuck.
Listening. We didn't do an intro because Elliot didn't give us time. He was just like, oh yeah, we're recording now.
Whatever.
And then we forgot that we were recording.
Yeah, you forgot. Anyway, thanks for listening, and yeah.
Goodbye.
See you later, boys.
Oh no.